Welcome. My name is Kristen Overstreet, and I am the managing editor for the Journal of the American Psychiatric Nurses Association, or JAPNA. This webinar is a complement to the JAPNA Reviewer Manual, which is available on our website. Thank you for agreeing to review manuscripts for JAPNA. Your contribution as a reviewer ensures the high quality of the published content in JAPNA, and thus the nursing literature. In this webinar, I will show you how to create an account and perform a review for JAPNA within the online manuscript and peer review system, SageTrack. But first, let's look at the list of expectations, which are listed in the JAPNA Reviewer Manual. We expect our reviewers to respond to review invitations in a timely manner, 48 hours if possible. It is perfectly acceptable to decline to review. For example, if you don't have time or the manuscript is not within your areas of expertise. Alert the editorial office to any ethical issues, for example, familiarity with the manuscript, plagiarism, data falsification or fabrication, duplicate submission or publication, as soon as these issues are identified. Alert the editorial office to any biases you may have about the manuscript as soon as they are identified. For example, knowledge of who the authors are. Read the manuscript thoroughly and thoughtfully, focusing on whether the paper demonstrates sound scientific rigor and significance, validity of data, and adequate description of the statistical analysis. Know JAPNA's manuscript submission guidelines, which are available on our website. Focus on the current paper and its conclusions. Please don't ask the authors to revise the paper in a way that will result in a different paper. In this case, you should recommend the current paper be rejected. Provide a complete, high-quality review that will help the authors successfully revise the manuscript, using respectful, professional language. Let the editor know if you do not have the expertise to comment on a particular aspect of the paper. For example, the statistics. Refrain from asking the authors for changes to the revised manuscript that were not requested in your original review. Adhere to the set deadline or alert the editorial office that you need an extension. Adhere to confidentiality. Manuscripts and reviews are confidential. They cannot be shared without the journal's permission. In summary, the JAPNA peer review process is important to the mission of APNA and the nurses that it serves. The editor-in-chief, Geraldine Pearson, the associate editor, Janice Goodman, and I are sincerely grateful to you for the time and expertise that you provide in reviewing papers for the journal. Let's take a look at how to create an account in SageTrack. Go to https://mc.manuscriptcentral.com/JAPNA and click on the Create an Account tab in the top right corner of your screen, or in the middle of the page here. The system will guide you through setting up your account and will email you a username and password. When setting up your account, please take care in selecting the keywords for your account. Dr. Pearson will use these keywords, or areas of expertise, to match you with appropriate papers. You can choose them by clicking on them, to highlight them, and clicking the Add button. You can click several, and you can also clear them if you've made a mistake. When Dr. Pearson identifies a manuscript that fits your areas of expertise, she will email you an invitation to review the manuscript. The invitation will include the manuscript's abstract and links to click on to let us know your response. If you click on the Agree to Review link, you will receive a second email with instructions for accessing the manuscript and submitting the review. You will come to the home page and enter your username and password in the appropriate text boxes. If you need help, A quick guide for reviewers is available by clicking on the Help button in the top right corner of any screen in the system, or by clicking on the User Tutorials link on the home page. If you click that link and then click on the orange Reviewer button, you will be taken to ScholarOne's resources for reviewers. There is a reviewer guide available in PDF, and there are frequently asked questions. You can click on the question, and it will take you to a page of answers. You can search by topic. Let's log in. When you come to your home page, click on your Review tab. From within your Reviewer Center, you will see the manuscript that has been assigned to you. When you are ready, click the blue Perform Review button. From this new page, you will see that you are on the Instructions tab. Scroll down to see the instructions for using this system. You can also click on the green HTML or PDF buttons to view the manuscript. You can see supplementary files and the abstract here as well. And if you need to perform a search, for example in Medline, on a reference, you can do that by clicking on the blue External Searches button. When you are ready to submit your review, click on the Score Sheet tab. You will see here a number of questions with text boxes where you can record your answers. There are also questions with a drop-down menu where you can choose your answer. And there is a place to make your recommendation for the editor, for which decision she should make on the manuscript. Please remember that your recommendation is just part of the data that she will be considering when she makes her decision. She will also consider the recommendations of the other reviewers, all reviewers' written comments, and her own assessment of the manuscript. The last items on the score sheet are text boxes where you can add comments to the author and confidential comments to the editor. Your comments to the author will be included in the email that is sent to all reviewers to inform them of the decision the editor made on the manuscript. These comments are blinded from everyone but the editor. You may upload a file here. If you have something that you would like to share with the authors, and then click the Attach button. However, please do not upload a copy-edited version of the manuscript. Let's look at these tips for preparing your manuscript review. Read carefully the instruction email that you receive from the journal. See an example on pages 14 and 15 of the reviewer manual. JAPNA relies on its reviewers to know the relevant literature in the topic area of the manuscript they are assigned to review, as well as to be able to identify if a study has been conducted correctly and has followed all ethical requirements, such as those required for human subjects. Reviewers are not expected to copy edit the manuscript. This will be taken care of at a later stage, and your valuable time is needed to evaluate the research, writing, significance, and quality of the manuscript. You are encouraged to add a sentence in your comments to indicate if the author needs to improve the clarity and/or accuracy of their writing, however. Please alert the editor to any ethical issues, such as plagiarism, lack of citation, data falsification or fabrication, conflict of interest, copyright infringement, or human subjects violations that you identify in the manuscript. Institutional Review Board approval should be noted in the Methods section for research studies. Note if the author has failed to cite relevant work previously published in the literature that relates to the manuscript topic. Provide constructive feedback to the authors that will help them improve their paper with future revision. Review the reference list and note in your comments if it is not complete. And finally, make a clear recommendation to the editor about whether the paper should be accepted, revised, or rejected, and tell her why. Thank you very much for attending this webinar. If you have any further questions about reviewing manuscripts for JAPNA, please feel free to contact me at kristen@origineditorial.com.